what is going on, everybody? It is Tristan, and today in this video, what I got going on for you guys, it's my fourth time recording this intro. I just keep messing it up, but I'm gonna try and be on point for this. So today, I'm gonna be going over how you guys can cop the Midnight Navy Air Jordan 1, and this sneaker exclusively dropped in Japan first. That's why it's got the CO.JP part in the name, and you know, it's basically a collab. They had a neutral gray version of this sneaker drop also. They've done a couple Jordan 1s for this one, so kind of looking at this one possibly be a good hold, and you know, we'll get into all the details of it. This one will definitely be one that you guys will want to cop. So I hope you guys will enjoy this how to cop video. If you want more videos just like this one, again, just know I got you guys. Just please go ahead and subscribe below and also drop a like. You know, that'd be dope. Let's try and hit like, let's say 175 likes on this video. That's just kind of like a goal I'm going for, and let's see if we can actually do that. And my bad, I'm doing this one a little bit late. It's still on time though. There's still some good raffles and other things you guys can enter in, and I'll discuss them in this video so you guys won't miss out. Yeah, that's pretty much everything I have to go over, other than if you haven't joined my Discord down below, then you're missing out. It's a good community down there. We talk about shoes, streetwear, whatever. It's just a fun time. So if you aren't there, you're missing out. But road to 40K, road to 7K on the Instagram. We'll get into that in a sec, but let's go. Alright, so as you guys can see, I'm right here on the Instagram, my Instagram. If you want to go give me a follow here, again, road to 7K on this one, road to 40K on the YouTube. We always talking about that, but let's now go over the Air Jordan 1 High. As you can see, it says the CO.JP part, because again, these originally had, this is a retro sneaker right here. This sneaker actually dropped in 2001 first. It was like a metallic navy colorway, and it says that right here. Look, it says almost 20 years ago. It was in 2001, so it is coming up on that 20-year mark in 2021. But just getting into some basic details on this sneaker and really how you will be able to get it on the sneaker strap. It's dropping on November 14th, as you guys can see, at 10 a.m. Eastern time, and there's a lot of shoes coming up just very, very soon, right through like November 10th through like, I mean, even like the 28th, just so that like last few weeks in November have just been like pretty crazy, and you know, they're just going to be having a lot of releases. So this one again, November 14th, 10 a.m. Eastern time, retailing at $170, so nothing really too crazy, but a $170 retail price. And we'll kind of just go into some of the details of the shoe, so you can kind of see it does reflect that OG colorway, the one that is retroing, kind of that metallic navy. As you can see, it's like got the metallic swoosh, and it's like navy right here, and then also, you know, you got the CO.JP, and then the Jumpman and all that. It kind of runs on the inside of the sneaker, kind of on the insoles, which I think is actually pretty fire, and the sole is just kind of like a basic navy, nothing really too crazy, nothing different about that. This one again is definitely pretty solid. I mean, it is good quality. I can definitely tell that this is like some sort of suede or something, kind of like a matted out suede or something. I don't know, it's just kind of like really nice material. It's basically the same material that are like on Jordan 5s or that were on the What the 5s, so you can kind of see like that. And you know, I'm messing with it. See, it talks about all the details on it on the sneakers drop page. But yeah, aside from retail, the date that it's dropping, November 14th, and you know, let's get into some of the details about resale, because that's very important, because you guys are always asking me about that, so you know I got you all. So really with resale on this one, kind of looking at it right now, I've seen most of the markets kind of at like 250, 290, I think. I mean, yeah, we can look at it right now kind of in all sizes, but yeah, okay, so the smaller sizes appear to be going for a lot more right now. So kind of sizes 4 through 7 will be actually really good to get for this drop, and they will kind of have a little bit of lower stock, but they will be kind of the good ones to go for on the sneakers app. And if you get this one in general, it's still like a good item to get. It's a great hold, kind of like the neutral grays are going to be, and you know, this one's again kind of just an exact version of that. So kind of seeing that the smaller versions are actually going for a lot more, kind of like 320, even 350, but I'm sure those are just kind of like some of the asks, so not actual sales. But kind of looking at these ones right now, I'm thinking resale will probably be right around, once all the pairs drop and all that, I'm thinking right around like 230 to like 260. I'm thinking that's what they will probably be going for. And those sizes like 4 through 7, I think they'll probably drop right around 300, maybe a little below in some, but I think going for smaller sizes on this one will be best. And again, it's a really nice sneaker. You can kind of see the quality looks really good and up to par. I'm a fan of the colorway for sure. I'm not hating on that whatsoever. And yeah, with the typical retail and all that, again, it doesn't really stray me away from it. It's a little kind of like, you know, small profit off the drop. Hopefully, praying people do not undercut on the shoe, because I'm sure people will. I mean, it's just bound to happen. You know, people undercut all the time. So yeah, looking at that, I honestly think that these will definitely be ones that you all should go for. And that's kind of just like the basic details, the resell, you know, the pictures of them, what they look like, and the date that it's dropping. So aside from all those important parts and resell and all that, let's now get into actually how you guys can cop these using multiple accounts on sneakers, and kind of to give you more chances. So let's get into that right now. So how you guys can cop to actually give yourself more chances, I always discuss this in most of my, if not all of my how to cops that happen on sneakers. So what you're going to need to do is basically set up as many devices as you can in order to cop the sneaker more. So because you can set up one sneakers account per device. So think about that. So the more devices that you have, that's the more accounts that you can set up and the more chances that you can run for a certain drop. Kind of the first step is make sure you have like a device. So a computer counts as a device. So set up an account on your computer, set up an account on your phone. You know, if your brother has a phone, set up one on his phone. Your sister got a phone, set up one on hers. You know, just ask and do all that, or, you know, jug the phone, whatever you're doing. But yeah, basically for that one, just download sneakers on all the phones. And then once you download the sneakers app on every single phone, what you're going to need to do, because, you know, that's like, again, if you have like 4 devices, you download it on 4 devices, you know, that's 4 accounts. What you're going to need to do is basically for each account, you're going to need to have an altered name, a different email, and a different phone number. So I'm assuming if you're using like 3 different phones, then obviously you don't need to go all the way for any phone number stuff, because each phone already has a different phone number, so you'll be perfectly fine. And making a different email is not hard whatsoever. People ask me like, how can I make a different email? And it's really not hard at all to make a different email. I mean, you can just use like Gmail. I mean, you can make unlimited emails online. It's not really that crazy. So that's kind of like the first step. Make sure you have a different alter name for each account too. What I mean by alter name is just use like a different name for each account. Put like family member names or something. Don't put like the same name for every account, because if you put the same name for every account, Nike is kind of smart, because if you do hit on multiple drops and happen to get lucky enough to do that, Nike will actually possibly cancel one, if not both of your orders, because they can pick up on like the same name thing. Usually they're not too picky, but it helps increase your chances when you don't have the same name too for every account, because they can just kind of detect that, and then they'll be like, why does this person have the same name? Oh, they're, you know, it just, you know, Nike's kind of smart and they can track your IP like that, so you got to be careful. So that's another step there. Also, what you're also going to have to do, a very important step, kind of the most important one I would consider after the proxy step, is when you're putting in your address, because when you're on the sneakers app, you can add in like shipping information and all that. So what you're gonna have to do when you're typing in the shipping information on every account to actually get multiple pairs shipped to the same house, because it's not necessarily easy to do that. But how you can do that is basically when you're typing in your address on the first account that you're on, when you're typing your address, after it, just type room 1. So you would literally type in your address and then type in room 1. And then for the second account, type in your address and then type in room 2 after it. And then third account, room 3, same thing, and so on and so forth for every account. Now, if it doesn't let you put the room 1 part after your address, just put it in front of your address. And for those of you guys that ask me, like, you know, this will ship it to like some other address or anything, it won't ship it to like some random address. You will still get the package delivered, put in the room 1 part. It just really, what it does is it makes the mailing, like Nike, think that your house is like split up, I guess, into like condos or like kind of like apartments or something. And they really aren't, like, they are that picky with kind of checking the tracking stuff. So what that kind of does, when like they're checking the shipping information, if you actually have the room 1, room 2, room 3 thing, it makes them think that it's a different address for everyone and not the same person. So very important step. So make sure you guys are actually going there and altering your address. Very important step, kind of one of the most important ones I'd consider. Another thing I'll get into also, because I know I have people asking me about payment method also, and this is very important. So what you have to do for every account also, if you don't have a credit card, and you can use a credit card for up to 3 accounts. You can use a credit card for up to 3 accounts. If you have a debit card, then you can only use a debit card on one sneakers account, and you'll have to make different cards online or use your family members' cards. If your family members have cards, then you're good. If someone has a credit card, you know, then again, you can use a credit card in up to 3 sneakers accounts safely. You can really do it on like 3 to 5, even I think up to 10, but it's just really safest to do it in like 3. I mean, you can possibly do 5 at the credit card, but that's just kind of what I recommend. So make sure you're using a different payment method. That's very important. And if you don't have like family members with cards that you can borrow, or you don't have like other cards that you've made, what you can actually do, and some places where you can make cards. So one place is privacy.com, and basically this is really best for like the US. So if you're in the US, this is really what you want to do. It's the exact same thing as Revolut, and this is kind of best for the UK EU users. And what this actually kind of does is they allow you to make virtual cards online that are kind of connected to your account. So they're virtual credit cards that you can make and load up with a certain amount of money online, and then you can connect them to sneakers. So each card you would load it up with like 182 or 184, because that's probably like how much this drop would be like after tax and all that. So really looking into that, I definitely think that these are 2 good places that you can go and make cards. I always recommend these places. So privacy.com for the US, and then Revolut also. But if you don't want to use Revolut or privacy.com, because it's not that hard to set up really virtual cards, but there's also 2 other places that you guys probably know very well, Venmo and Cash App, that actually make make their own debit cards that you can sign up for, and those are 2 different payment methods right there. So I'll get into that. Yeah, so here I just pulled them up, but here's like the Cash App card. Literally, you can sign up for the Cash App card. Literally, just download the app, and you would just go on it, and I think you can just like, it's like a form or something that you fill out, or like it's not even that hard. Like how you would typically sign up for a debit card, you would just go right on there on Cash App, and you can do that. And you just got to be like 18 or older, but it's really not that hard. I mean, I'm not gonna tell you how to do the finesse, but you know, you can do some finessing if you really think. But yeah, you can definitely sign up for Cash App card. I mean, I don't even think Cash App really checks the age or anything, so it's not really like it's that deep. And I think you can probably make one through your bank. You can make a VCC through your bank, like on your banking app. You can make one VCC, so that's another payment method too. And also getting into Venmo, I said they make their own debit card, and here you are. They actually do it with MasterCard, and you can see right here, it's just literally a debit card. It's, you know, it's the same thing as, you know, when you would use as like a normal debit card or anything. And this one, I think you actually get like mailed in, so it becomes like another card that you actually have that you can use in day to day. So it's actually kind of useful. I'm giving you a little life tip here. Here's another card you can make. Actually, you know, you can just take around, use for online, whatever, and it actually works really well. So Venmo and Cash App, that's 2 other payment methods right there. If you're just kind of looking for some cards or something and you don't want to use Revolut, then that makes sense to me. Privacy.com and Revolut, again, Revolut's kind of best for everybody in like EU, UK. I already kind of said where they're best at, but that's kind of payment methods. That's kind of how you can sort that out, so you don't get you know, marked as fraud by your bank, or Nike, you know, cancels your orders because, you know, they see that you have multiple transactions on the same card. Another thing I want to get into, and again, I said this one is pretty much the most important step to me. It's essential, very essential, is signing up for proxies. So shout out Sauce Proxies. You know, my boys at Secret Sauce, you know, shout out their cook group, but basically they make their own proxies. And proxies, basically, you can go look up proxies on the internet and stuff. I really recommend these ones. They work really well. These guys be checking out on a lot of different stuff. You see someone got a pair of What the Fives, and you know, there's been a lot of different cooks that people use in these proxies. But what they do is basically, the purpose of this is actually, it protects your IP, and it's very easy to set up like a proxy on your iPhone. It's like you just do it like in your Wi-Fi settings. But what you would actually do, and again, it's just they protect your IP, because if Nike, and when you're running on multiple devices under the same Wi-Fi and like the same network, and again, changing up your Wi-Fi, putting one phone on cellular data, or you know, doing all that, that doesn't change your IP. That doesn't change your IP at all. You're still at the same place, so you're at the same IP. So it really doesn't change anything up at all. And you know, people are telling me that all the time, like, yo, if I change my Wi-Fi network, am I, you know, switching on my IP? Am I protected? Am I good? No, you're not at all. And what you need to do is get proxies, because proxies are actually what protect your IP. They basically are data, and you run this data, and instead of actually using your network data, because if you have a bunch of devices running your network data under the same like IP, then you're just not going to get anything, and you know, you'll get banned by sneakers because they'll just notice there's a bunch of devices going for the same drop. So proxies basically protect you from that. You can get VPNs too, but VPNs sometimes don't even work. I've heard they just don't even open on the sneakers app sometimes. So what I'd recommend is just getting with some proxies. So shout out Sauce Proxies, and they'll just make sure your IP is protected. So that's how you guys will really be able to get your hands on this pair of Midnight Navy Air Jordan 1s off the sneakers app. That's really a full breakdown of how to get them off sneakers. You know, it's a little more complicated, but I kind of hopefully broke it down correctly and good there for you. But aside from all that, that's not the most important thing. All right, so I had a massive brain fart there, man. I forgot everything I was saying there for a sec. But I want to give a huge shout out to my boys at Secret Sauce, because I know I was talking about how these guys can actually cop releases for you. And yes, they will be able to cop this Midnight Navy Jordan 1 release for you, since this one isn't just dropping on sneakers, it's dropping on some foot sites in different places too, I believe, in the near future. So really getting into all that, you know, I'll go over the foot sites in a second and the different places, but these guys can really help you actually secure the drops off these foot sites, because they'll be much harder to get. So what they would do, and as you guys know, there's a $60 monthly fee. They're 100% worth it though. I've always been talking about my boys Secret Sauce. You know, I've been telling y'all about how much success they've given me. Multiple drops. They've helped me build up my sneaker investment so much. And you know, they run slots in their Discord that can give you one-on-one help. Like if you're trying to learn how to bot or something, they can teach you that. But basically, what I know the most interesting thing is to you guys is actually the slots, because the slots are the thing that allows you guys, or not allows you guys, but allows them to actually cop releases for you. So what you would do is basically in their Discord, you can open up a ticket. So basically, like if there's like a drop that you want, like and there's a few days before, just wait like a couple days before the drop, or maybe like a week before, and just open up a ticket and be like, yo, are you guys running slots for this sneaker? And you could be like, yeah, for this one right here, for the Midnight Navy. And then they'd basically respond back eventually, like in a certain amount of time. time, like probably a couple of days before the drop, and they'd be like, yeah, they're running slots for it. Then basically what you would need to do is they will drop a form and you'll fill in your information in it, like shipping info, payment info, and all that. And again, I've done this and it's 100% safe, no extra cost, no nothing. They don't do anything other than actually run the information in their bots and actually cop releases for you, and then they would just get shipped to your house, and it's no extra cost, no nothing, and they can actually really help you get releases like that. Like they can help you start up in your reselling game that way, because they'll actually be able to help you secure these drops that are usually harder to get. So I respect that a lot. So yeah, shout out to Secret Sauce. That's how these guys can actually really get releases for you. They've been dropping a lot of invites and stuff lately, but yeah, and they're exclusive. They're not really, they don't let everybody in. So if you guys are trying to get into the Discord, again, how you guys can actually get into it is basically just go here to their Twitter. I'll link it down below, but basically just go there. It's right by the proxies and all that, and just be like, yo, Tristan sent me, how can I get in the Discord? And you know, that's basically what they will just send that message. That's usually all they ask, and you know, again, they don't let everybody in, but that's really how you guys can do it. So shout out to Secret Sauce, they're my boys, and yeah, you know, that's how these guys can actually cop releases for you. So I think that's super dope. But aside from all that, let's now get into some places aside from, you know, Secret Sauce and how they'll be able to cop off foot sites and all that for you. Let's now get into some foot sites that they will be potentially dropping and some raffles. So you already know I got you guys right here. So they're just dropping at all the places. Like you can see, there were already some raffles earlier that did close for thee. That's why I wanted to make this video like a lot earlier, and I was just kind of late to it. But some of the basic foot sites you already know where they'll be dropping. I'm trying to exit these ads out, but you already know that these are just some aftermarket places. And shout out to Sneaker News, but basically JD Sports, Finish Line, Foot Locker, Foot Action, Dick's Sports. I mean, you could just go right here to Sneaker News and basically click these links and just go to the drops like a little bit before. But these are some really of the most basic places where they will be dropping to our knowledge. And again, really the best way to get off foot sites and stuff like that is, again, Secret Sauce is really going to be kind of cooking on this release, and they'll be knowing where a lot of the foot sites are, so you could go check them out because they know where a lot of this stuff will be. Sneaker News, again, shout out them for kind of showing us some of the basic foot site places. These kind of, again, for the best ones I'd recommend for manual users, I'd recommend probably Finish Line, Foot Action, and you know, JD Sports is also really good for manual users usually. But I'll update you guys on more foot sites like in the comments if I find more in the next couple days or anything like that. But those are just some of the basic places where they'll be dropping on websites. Some of the basic website places right there. But aside from that, let's now get into some of the places where there's still actually some raffles going on. So one of the first places where raffles are going on. So right here is the Air Jordan 1 High Midnight Navy raffle, and this one is actually on the Burn Rubber website. You can kind of see they're just doing a little raffle right here for it. It actually closes fairly soon, but I believe this one you actually have to, if you live in Michigan, then this is where this is really exclusive to you, because I'm pretty sure these guys don't ship this raffle. I'm pretty sure this is just an in-store one, but they said they will be dropping other ones that are not like actually picked up in raffles and stuff like that. They'll actually be dropping them on their website, so stay tuned on these guys' website on the 14th at 1:30 p.m. Eastern time, because it looks like we might be having some sort of raffle coming up. So or not raffle, but a drop from this one, so we might have a little drop for them right here. And then another place where there's a raffle going on, this one is, I think, international, so you don't really have to worry, or it might just be USA and Canada, I think. But it's just like, you know, if it's USA and Canada, it's probably international, but I just know this one is right here and it's still going on. So if you want to go to this Instagram page, Exclusivity, they actually are still running an IG raffle for the Air Jordan 1 High Japan. So you know what, I'm pretty happy about that. You know, you can go enter in a little raffle right here. You know, there's people that are already tagging their friends and stuff like that. So that's really how you guys would enter. It's not really hard to enter. As you can see, they end on November 14th. So just go enter before November 14th. And yeah, that's just another place. Hibbett Sports on their mobile app. Just go download the Hibbett Sports app. They're still running a raffle to the 12th of November, I'm pretty sure, for these ones right here for the Midnight Navy. So again, if you're interested in that, just yeah, go to Hibbett Sports, download the app, and they're running a little raffle for it instead of a drop, I think. They might still be dropping them, though. It just seems like, you know, kind of unlike them to raffle. But check out their app, and I think they will probably be dropping them, too. So check out Hibbett Sports on Saturday. And also, this one is for people in Australia. Yeah, lace.com. They actually are doing a raffle still that is open. So if you're in Australia watching this video, I just know I got you. Just know I'm considering you. Just know I'm thinking about you. And yeah, we still got a little raffle for this one right here. So lace.com got one. This is an international raffle to my knowledge, or at least one that is in the EU. So if you're interested in that, then go ahead. But I mean, yeah, I'm pretty sure this one is international because it's letting me be on the website and all that. But yeah, this one is pretty much closing tomorrow. So go enter this one before tomorrow. If you, hopefully you ain't watching this video too late, because you know that sucked to miss out on it. But they're doing one for the What the Fives too and all that, so it's pretty cool. And then another one right here. This one I think is on their app, so really just download this app, the Shake app right here, or however you pronounce this, man. Don't hate on me down below. I don't know how you pronounce that. Let's just keep it real. Yeah, they're still still doing a raffle for this one too. So just go download this app, and they're doing a raffle for the Midnight Navies. I guess they're doing. Let me get a little, some close-up details and stitching, but yeah, you can see it's pretty nice. But yeah, logo fire. I'm messing with these shoes heavy. Solfinesse. This is also, I think, for Australian residents only. So yeah, if you're in Australia, Solfinesse is actually doing a raffle. So go ahead. And yeah, then there's also, I think, one more place up there. Restore.com. They're actually doing one. I think it's like pretty much a day left, 36 minutes. They got the raffle there, box and all that. It's super fire sneakers. These guys are actually dropping it online also. So if you really want to just stay tuned on this website, they're also dropping them online. And this is, I think, for the US. So if you're near any of these locations right here, then go ahead and, you can basically just get ready for the launch. I'm pretty hyped for this one, and yeah, again, I mentioned how many times I'm excited for this sneaker, and how all the raffle places right there. So that's kind of all the info of it, all in the screen recording. But yeah, that's really everything I gotta say. That's just, how you guys will be able to enter in some of the raffles, some of those places, foot site places, how to get them off sneakers. We had a lot to discuss there. So hopefully this video wasn't too long, but you already know your boy be making long videos, just discussing a lot of stuff though, good details. So that's everything I gotta say. Let's roll that outro. Anyways, I hope y'all did enjoy this video, man. Hopefully, again, it wasn't too long, so I'll make the intro kind of quick. But if you guys did want more content like this, then please go ahead and subscribe and drop a like down below. I can definitely do more how-to cop videos. As I always mention, these are kind of, been a common theme on the channel. We'll always continue to do them, do sneaker investment videos. I'm going to try and get back to some vlogs soon. I just need to figure out what's up with my editing software, because it cleared out all my transitions and won't let me add in new ones. So I just wouldn't be able to make as good of a vlog, but I mean, I'm working on it, so don't worry, your boy's going to try and figure that out. And also, if you want to, go follow my Instagrams down below. Again, you can go check those out. Road to 7K there, and road to 40K here, as I usually mention in the videos. So yeah, if you want to go check out the Instas, those are in the description, or by the Discord. I'll link Secret Sauce there too, so if you want to go join them, you can go check them out. And yeah, that's really everything I have to say. And hopefully I've mentioned everything. I mentioned the Discord. I mentioned, I mentioned everything. So I'll catch y'all in the next video tomorrow. Peace.